Our two countries have shared 80 years of diplomatic relations, and so there is continued work to do, of course, to deepen our ties in the area of economic relationships, trade, and investment, and I'll speak more about that in a moment. I'd like to begin by taking a step back and mentioning that Canada is pursuing a trade diversification strategy, and we will double non-U.S. trade over the next 10 years. The importance of this trade diversification strategy has seen Canada sign over 20 economic and security agreements over 5 continents over the past year. Pakistan is an important country in terms of our trade diversification strategy. Our two countries share a long history of cooperation. More than 300,000 Canadians of Pakistani origin help strengthen those connections every day, serving as a bridge between our two nations. And today's discussions focused on further advancing this partnership between our two countries. I will speak first about the geopolitical situation, of course, as that is the subject on which we have discussed numerous issues over the past number of months. And I'd like to acknowledge Pakistan's efforts in supporting dialogue aimed at achieving a sustainable and peaceful resolution to the regional tensions in the Middle East, including involving Iran. Canada remains concerned by the escalation of tensions across the Middle East and Gulf region. We are troubled by attacks on civilian infrastructure, including power and water desalination facilities, which place civilian populations at risk. And we encourage all parties to exercise restraint, prioritize the protection of civilians, and pursue dialogue. Canada is working with international partners to support the safe and secure movement of maritime traffic through the Strait, while encouraging de-escalation, dialogue, and diplomatic engagement in support of regional stability. Le Canada travaille avec ses partenaires internationaux pour appuyer la circulation sûre et sécuritaire du trafic maritime dans le détroit de Hormuz. Now I'd like to turn to the bilateral relationship. Of course, there are several areas where Canada and Pakistan have advanced shared priorities, and we have committed to do more work in this area. First, as my colleague has mentioned, we are committed to expanding trade and investment through a new Foreign Investment Promotion and Protection Agreement known as a FIPA, to be completed at the earliest possible date. This modern investment framework will help to provide businesses in both countries with greater predictability and confidence to invest and to grow. And Canada sees opportunities to expand agricultural trade. We look forward to seeing more Canadian products, including canola, chickpeas, and lentils, available here in Pakistan. And I'd like to thank Deputy Prime Minister Dar for the collaboration that has supported increased access for Canadian canola producers and stabilized supply chains. As a result, Pakistan imported more than 470,000 tons of Canadian canola during the last crop year, and I've spoken with industry groups, including the Canadian Canola Council. We appreciate this continued cooperation. At the same time, we welcome the presence of more Pakistani products on Canadian shelves, from rice and textiles to sporting goods, especially as cricket continues to gain popularity across Canada. In my own hometown of Oakville, the federal government has contributed to the first ever cricket pitch in Oakville. And when you come, Senator Dar, you will have to come and see this cricket pitch. Inshallah. In short, Canada is also interested in deepening cooperation in sectors that will contribute to future economic growth. As a global energy producer, Canada is exploring opportunities in renewable energy, and I am so pleased that the Canadian company JCM Power, in partnership with Karachi Electric, will soon begin development of the 240 megawatt Dabeji hybrid wind and solar project, bringing together Canadian expertise and Pakistan's clean energy goals. We also see potential for collaboration in mining and critical minerals, including through Barrick's investment in the Reko Diq project, an initiative of importance to both our countries, and one that reflects the expertise that Canadian companies offer. Moving to issues of security, Canada recognizes that contributing to stability internationally can also support shared prosperity and security. Pakistan is an important partner for Canada in South Asia and beyond. We've seen this in the talks that Pakistan has hosted during various phases of the Iran war. And I'm pleased to announce today that Canada will invest more than $2.2 million in 3 new security initiatives with Pakistan through Interpol and the United Nations, among other organizations. In particular, working alongside Interpol, the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, and the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, these initiatives will support efforts related to border management, terrorism, financial crime, and providing training for law enforcement professionals. Perhaps more importantly, I can move to people-to-people ties before concluding. As I mentioned, Canada is home to more than 300,000 Canadians of Pakistani origin. Canada and Pakistan have worked together for many years on development initiatives that support communities, that support infrastructure, that ensure that education and health services, gender equality, women's economic empowerment, and disaster recovery are goals that are supported and shared and promoted. Today, I am pleased to announce 3 new development assistance initiatives valued at $45 million. These investments will support Pakistani communities in adapting to climate change, strengthening resilience, expanding access to education, particularly for girls, and improving reproductive health and family planning services. They'll also assist communities continuing to recover from persistent flooding that Pakistan has experienced in recent years. And we're pleased to work with partners, including the Aga Khan Foundation of Canada, the United Nations Development Program, and the UN Population Fund to deliver these initiatives. In short, from development cooperation to security collaboration to expanded trade and investment, Canada and Pakistan have meaningful opportunities to strengthen our relationship for the benefit of both of our peoples. Deputy Prime Minister Dar, thank you once again for your partnership and for the constructive discussions that we have had during this visit. Thank you all for joining us today. Merci beaucoup. Bohat shukriya. Thank you.
नायब वज़ीर आज़म मोहम्मद इसाक डार और कनाडा की वज़ीर ख़ारजा अनीता आनंद के इस्लामाबाद में मुश्तरका न्यूज़ कॉन्फ्रेंस। कारोबारी रवाबित के फ़रोग़ पर ख़ुसूसी तवज्जो दी जा रही है। नायब वज़ीर आज़म इसाक डार की जानिब से कॉन्फ्रेंस में कहा गया, उन्होंने कैनेडियन वज़ीर ख़ारजा का पाकिस्तान में आमद पर खैर मकदम भी किया और कहा कि पाकिस्तान तालीम, IT और ज़राअत में कैनेडियन ताउन का खैर मकदम करता है। ज़राअत के शोबे में नए प्रोटोकॉल पर जल्द दस्तखत होंगे। नए मुआहदे पर वज़ीर आज़म हाउस में दस्तखत किए जाएंगे। मुआहदे की कामयाब तकमील दोनों ममालिक